of good faith, and because I didn't want to back down, I told him we'd fill the order within 1 second. The client was convinced it wasn't going to happen, so I was pretty pleased when I told him, hand signal and all, that his order was filled in less than a second, and the price improved by a nickel. We made asses of ourselves, but this is how it all began. Over the years, we continued to form unbreakable relationships with hundreds of thousands of amazing friends, traders, and investors. We gambled together, ate dinner together, had drinks at the bar, laughed when we made money, and cried when we lost money. We told jokes, embarrassed ourselves, humbled each other, and tortured our friends. We focused on building those relationships not only because it was a blast, but because we also really saw how it motivated people to learn how to trade and participate in the market. It was key to the success of Thinkorswim, and it inspired the founding of Tastytrade. When we started Tastytrade, our proving ground was an old hip-hop studio in downtown Chicago. It was a third-floor walk-up with a piano as the receptionist's desk and a drum set in the middle of the living room. Old album covers and broken musical instruments were everywhere, yet the energy was undeniable. Our research team consisted of a Guitar Hero champion in a hot dog suit, a few interns, and an ex-market maker. Our mentor was a sports shock jock whose claim to fame was having sex on the 50-yard line at Soldier Field. And to top it all off, we had hired a bunch of random comedians from Chicago's famed Second City. Thank God we knew how to trade, because we had no clue how to do media. Even worse, I will never forget the day we decided to do HD quality video. I thought, no way is this what I look like. That's why Tastytrade is so awesome, because we figured out a totally new model of financial media when the odds were against us. Lucky investors never figure things out because they never have to. They simply follow the herd and hope for the best. We refused to follow traditional financial media down the path of self-promotion and financial irrelevance. We found smart people, fed them cheap lunches, made them work crazy hours, gave them free snacks, and mostly let them do their own thing. The result? We changed the world of strategic investing. We knew early on that a book about options trading would add a new layer to our model of engagement and be a powerful tool for creating financial content. 18 years ago, I locked myself in our old conference room with one of our co-founders, and we tried to write a book. We hired a professional writer, cleared our schedules, and made the book a priority. 3 days later, and 1.5 pages in, we fired the writer and quit the book project to protect our friendship and the future of our firm. Fast forward to early 2021, and I was again bitten by the book bug. But this time, I knew I wasn't up to the task. I asked, as nicely as I am capable of, for 2 of our young, smart researchers to help. I said, "It's all yours." Julia and Anton accepted the challenge, and they totally nailed it. I truly believe this is the most logical, informative, and comprehensive book on strategic options trading ever compiled. Unlucky investors can rejoice. No book will ever be a one-size-fits-all holy grail for options trading, but The Unlucky Investor's Guide to Options Trading is the closest thing we have. Tom Sosnoff. Preface. If the conditions are just right, extraordinary things happen when many individual pieces come together. Water molecules organize and form snowflakes. Cells arrange and create organs. Jet streams combine and cause tornadoes. Grains of sand rally and produce avalanches. Investors panic sell and induce financial crashes. Complex systems are composed of many interesting parts, and emergence occurs when these parts organize to create collective phenomena that no one part is capable of creating alone. Complex systems can be found in nearly every discipline, and the mathematics describing emergent properties is not only fascinating, but indicates fundamental similarities between seemingly unrelated complex systems. The extinction of a species of fly due to an invasive species of frog has really nothing to do with financial markets. Yet the dynamics of the fly population undergo